Hello, beautiful souls, beautiful star seeds, all of you wonderful light beings. Thanks for being here with us today. Today's video topic is one that is most fitting for this time in June. June is our birth month. We are both Cancers, and so we always take joy when June comes around. So this video is going to be about the sun, and we did promise we would do a video on the sun, so here it is. You're being guided to do this video for you guys today. We will speak of the sun, the central sun, and source. We do have a visual imprint from Amber today as well that we're gonna let you take a look at. So I did take some time last night in preparation of this video because we've been really looking forward to doing it, to draw up this light language visual imprint. Take a look here, and this is for absorbing and expanding with central sun. And we'll put that up again at the end of the video along with the light language transmission for you all. So immediately they're with us now. Some brief introduction to this video is going to be, the sun, you guys. How important is the sun, and how many of us, they say, sitting here in our 3D humanoid forms are wondering, as I often did before I was coming into my awakening, or I guess you could say that was part of the awakening, just that question alone. Why would the sun be bad for us? And it never made sense to me. I always thought, how can this beautiful orb of life, giving light, be something to be afraid of? And so we're not here today to tell you guys not to wear sunscreen, to throw away all caution with the sun. What we are here today to tell you is that within this great expansion of ourselves into our light beings and into the new earth, this is the sun, this is the central sun coming through that we have no fear of. And what we need to realize, they say, is that the sun that we see is, you could almost look at it as a reflection, or it is a layering into a denser light force spectrum when we step into the 3D sun, which is the sun that we actually observe in the sky right now. And so it really becomes a process of evolving ourselves and bringing that central sun with its glorious photon belt, they say, because that is the living library. That is where life comes from. It is transcending through that 3D layer sun, bringing the central sun through that into us as we expand our light bodies. And so they also say that you could look at it as there are many suns, but the greatest sun of all is Source. And I think that makes a whole lot of sense, because when we think of Source and we think about this mass amount of life-giving energy, what does that sound like? It sounds like a sun, and that is essentially what they say we can view Source as, if we would like, is a giant ball of light, the sun of all suns, they say. So as we are moving into our transcendence out of the 3D through the 4D spectrums into the 5D, we become more capable of holding the higher frequencies that are actually coming directly from the central sun. And so it's like surpassing the layers, like 3D, 4D. We're doing that with the sun. We're doing that with the earth. Every single thing that we see around us in our 3D spectrum as we're evolving and we're passing through the layers, there is also another, it gets tricky to explain. It's not a replica. It is actually the original. So it's like as we step down in the layers, we get falsities. And I mean, we all know about that, right? Trickery. That sun that you look at, that sun that's causing cancer, that sun that is causing harm, is not our true sun. It is a 3D dense layering effect that 3D Earth has been revolving with in a 3D spectrum. So we have to step outside of that, and we are doing that. So again, use caution. Do not go and use reckless abandon now and then go out and scorch your bodies in the sun. That's not what we're talking about, unless you have a grasping and you feel ready to embrace that 5D central sun, that diamond light, and the living library. And that is why we love the sun so much, you guys. It is a living library capable of holding all of the information of all that has ever been, will ever be. And so when those photon waves are coming down at us, they are literally scattering huge amounts of code, huge amounts of light data into our being so that we may expand our light bodies. So again, use your own caution. And when we go out in the sun, we definitely always give blessings of love and light into the sun. And I always do see the sun as a masculine energy or a father type figure when I'm thinking of the sun, just as the earth is the mother, and the two go together and they create life. And nothing in this planet would even be capable of life if it weren't for these two combinations working together in divine harmony and perfection. So this video is really just to alleviate and bring awareness into that 3D sun and that fear-based holding that we are all looking at it as it has really been manipulated so badly. And they say, why do you think that would be? And of course, the dark is going to try to dampen and darken the best things that are out there that really bring that conscious awareness into ourselves of our true divinity. So they're going to mask the most important things that are out there for our own awakening, and that's no surprise, is it? So please don't fear the sun. It is necessary in this expansion to really take that into your cellular data and expand within those photons of life and knowledge, because the sun does hold everything within it. And so even if you can go out for 5 minutes a day and breathe in those photons, knowing what they are, where they come from, and the beauty they have to give to us, you can enhance, you can elevate, and you can make your awakening process quicker, is what they want to say, because we need those photons in our cellular makeup. Each cell, each molecule within the body needs to take in that light for expansion. And so you can imagine how important that really is for this evolution that we are shifting into. And then they say when we do hit the event, and we will be doing a video on the event and 5D Earth relatively soon. When we do hit the event and we move into that new level or state of consciousness, we will have that central sun working with us and with Mother Gaia. So this is simply a video to dispel the fear that is going around about staying out of the sun. And you guys know, of course, that the sunscreens that they make are far more hazardous to the body than the sun ever could be. And again, none of those things are by accident. Everything is like this intricate jigsaw puzzle in which they've pieced together this dark, dense living reality for us, where you could almost, they're showing me taking little pieces out of the jigsaw puzzle, and what is poking up under those pieces that are removed is the truth and is the light. And so that is essentially what we're doing as we're undertaking this evolution of humankind and of the earth moving up into higher consciousness. We are removing each little piece of that 3D puzzle for the light to shine through. So that being said, we were going to bring in a transmission for you guys today, and as you see my hands moving, that is activation, and that is energy moving, and that is coding that they are giving through me as a transmitter that is going to help your cells regenerate and become aware of the truth of the central sun. So there's nothing you need to do. The hands will just push that energy and that coding, and you don't even need to focus on it. You can just listen to the message in this video. And then we have, of course, light language, which we will bring through a transmission that is going to allow and activate the dormant cells and the dormant information within your body to reawaken to the truth of the 5D and of the central sun and the evolution that we are seeing on this planet playing out right now. So without further ado, let's begin our light transmission, our light language activation, guys. That was wonderful. Thank you, Heidi. And so once again, absorbing and expanding with central sun. Taking a deep breath, falling into that heart space as always. Urashkari, Ibrashkatari, Ubra Tata Tashkura, Irantatari, Ibrari Takari, Urashkitari, Abri Kitira, Urashkiti, Arashkatari, Urashkatura, Turashki. Urahara arajka tuturashka prari, ivra atari irahara ara ushkutura, ushkari kariara tara, atario tura brada tatari aritari, ukatatari itititititititititititititi. Aria katara ura aratatashkiti briatari karia ura ashka arahatatata hura tuturi katari ibri ikara akari ikatari iratatira urashkata uriatari ivra brahara brarikikira tura ariashkitira Urata prashki, naria tashki. Thank you for that. That was wonderful. Beautiful. And just a couple things I was going to mention. So I did a little bit of a meditation in the bathtub last night. And I have a guide that comes to me and has been coming to me for several months. Her name is Valeria, and she's Lemurian. And while I call her my guide, which she is, she prefers to be called an ancestor, and she likes to be referred to as the communicator of lost knowledge, and that makes her really happy. That makes her feel like she's teaching us all and sharing and helping us to grow. But I will bring her into a video in the near future, I'm hoping. When she comes through me, she brings her messages in her own voice through me, and it's kind of a strange thing to hear, and that's mainly why I haven't brought her
in any videos up until now. I've been trying to kind of get comfortable with that whole thing. She has kind of a strange accent going on. But what she was wanting me to share with you guys today was just a little bit of an exercise on how we can use our clear quartz crystals to amplify the energetic frequencies of the elementals, specifically because we're talking about the sun, fire, and also water, as they really do have that reflective qualities. So for example, if you're sitting and you're wanting to really soak up these beautiful golden sun rays, if you sit with your quartz and you just rotate it and you set the intention for it to hold those frequencies, you can bring those into yourself at a much higher capacity to hold those, to expand your cells. And in expanding your cells with that light or with those frequencies, you're going to really be able to break down the densities within you and really transmute them and be able to grow and elevate yourself to a higher frequency. So use those crystals, guys. There's lots of fun things you can do with those to help yourselves in this process. And I don't know if Heidi has anything else to say. Just speaking on the importance of crystals and how they are so important, you guys. They take us to the crystalline grid and the crystalline core of the earth, and they are just blessings that have been given to us. They are little miracles, each and every one of them. So please do use them as tools within your tool belt of ascension. Love and light, you guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.